My name's Daniel Ellis, and I'm heading into one of the most dangerous places in the world. I'm in the Gaza Strip, one of the most politically unstable places on the planet. In 2008, the people of Gaza elected Hamas to be their government. Hamas are widely recognised as a terrorist organisation. In this programme, I'm going to discover who Hamas are and what it's like to live in the Gaza Strip. Before we begin, let me first explain who Hamas are and how they're organised. Hamas were founded in 1987 as an Islamic resistance movement against Jews. It is organised into two separate branches, the military branch and the political, social and religious movement. The military branch is divided into three sections, the intelligence arm, the police and the Al-Qassam, which are a group of extremists. It is one of these extremists I'm off to visit now. Unfortunately, they told us to turn off the camera, so I'll just play the recording that we took. What do you do as a member of the Al-Qassam? We launch rockets and plant IEDs in Israel. Why? Because it's our land, it was promised to us. What do you think of the Israelis? They are trespassers on our land. We are trying to get it back. I'm now on my way to meet Jewish historian Callum Nicholson. Hello, I'm Daniel.
Good to meet you. My name is Callum.
I know.
Let's go!
But on the way to the cafe, we ran into some trouble. What was that?
Stones!
Oh dear, that was a big one.
Luckily, I'm inconvertible.
Callum will have to ditch the escorts, they are drawing too much attention. Why is this sort of warfare and damage being allowed to happen?
The Palestinians want their land back, but the Israelis don't want to give it back. So all that happens is the rioting continues, and the extremism continues. I doubt in 50 years much will have changed. There is hardly any proper policing. Most trouble is sorted out by the army.
So you're saying that this is a racial war between the IDF and Palestinian civilians?
Not exactly, but much of the hatred and extremism is because of racial ideas as to who owns the Holy Land. The Jews say it's theirs, the Arabs and Muslims say it's theirs.
Oh, what was that?
I don't know!
It sounded like a bomb. Oh. I asked the soldier about what had just happened. So, what's just happened? There was IED and it went off. We believe that it was planted to kill some Jew that was passing through. That was Callum. It was time to be moving on. Actually, now would be a good time to talk about extremism. There are many forms of extremism, including fire! Rocket attacks. Knifing. Drive-by shooting. The first suicide bombing took place when a car laden with explosives was driven right into the side of a bus. After the bomb, we pulled over so Callum could continue explaining about the situation in the Gaza Strip.
This sort of thing is every civilian's nightmare, no matter whether they're Israeli or Palestinian. It scares children, fathers and mothers alike. It is still allowed to happen, because of the way security and segregation have left gaps in the defences open, so the bombs and munitions could just come through.
Is this common over the area and the rest of Israel?
Yes, unfortunately. Unless Israel gives back the land and occupies the Palestinian territory, this will continue.
When and why did this all start?
This all started a long time ago. About 1948, when the Israeli state was formed.
Callum begins to drag on here, so I'll cut it short. When Israel was made a state, lots of Arab countries attacked it because they didn't agree with the decision. Israel fought back and claimed more land, but returned it a few years later. But they still refused to give back the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Not happy with this, the Palestinians elected Hamas as their rulers. Do you think that Israel should return the land they took originally?
Yes, it should be returned as soon as possible. It was taken unlegitimately. It should be theirs.
Oh, what about Gaza and the blockade?
Gaza should be released and allowed to continue trading through Israel. Because until this happens, it's just going to be a war and bloodshed.
However, Callum was interrupted by a phone call.
Hello? Oh, okay. Oh dear, I needed a bakery. There is an incident. I'll talk to you later. Oh no! They stolen my wheels. How am I gonna get to the bakery now?
Oh, while Callum fruitlessly attempted to get his wheels back, I drove off to talk to some civilians. What's it like living in the Gaza Strip?
Me and my family are in constant fear of attack.
What's it like living in the Gaza Strip?
We are okay because the army protect us.
So what have we learned? Here's a brief summary. We have discovered that Israel is a country split between two races who believe it was promised to them in biblical times. Currently, there is no obvious peace plan to stop the conflict between these two groups. With changes of government in the Middle East, it seems that Israel's future is uncertain, but it seems that unless something is done, extremism will continue.